What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and today I'll be bringing you a review of Phantom by Spidey and Theory11. So, if you're not familiar with this one, I'll leave a link in the description where you can find it. But essentially, what happens is you have your cards, you cut it in half, give half to the spectator, you riffle through the cards and tell them to basically pick any card in there. Once they have it, you ask them, are you sure that your card was in there? And then once you go through the cards, they'll actually find that their card is no longer in your hands, and it was actually in their hands the entire time. And then what is kind of even more magical is that whatever card they named, you can tell them how many cards down it is. So in the trailer, I believe it's the two of clubs, and he's like, that can't be. It's the two of clubs, and it's 5 cards down, and then he counts 5 cards down. I don't have this set up for that. I'm just telling you about it. Wouldn't that be cool if it was 2 of clubs? Oh, it's not. But anyway, yeah, so you count down, and you can actually tell them how many cards down it is. So that is a breakdown of it, and like I said, I'll leave a link. The trailer is kind of, I don't know, weird. He was almost trying to be too mysterious, so I wasn't really feeling it, but I will leave a link just so you can check it out. So, as always, let's start with the negatives. I guess it's a very small negative, but there is some craft work required by you. It's not a single gimmick. It's basically a gimmick deck, if you will. I don't want to give away too much on that just because, I don't want to give away his trick, but it's going to take you, depending on your skills, I would say like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. If you're not that crafty, then I don't know, it might take you 30 minutes to an hour. For me, it took me about 10 to 15 minutes. But I don't like that when he's showing you how to do it. I hate when people are giving a tutorial and they just say, like this. You should look like this. Like this. This is good. Like that. That doesn't help me. I'm a very logical person, and when you say things like that, like, oh yeah, it should look like this, that does nothing for me. I'll just get frustrated because mine does not look like that, right? So please explain to me exactly what you want me to do. Like I said, that's just a small negative. It's something that you have to do to make this trick work. The big negative for me is that you end really dirty. He tells you to just kind of get rid of the cards once it's done, but I've done this for a few people now, and the first thing that happens, because you're showing them cards, right? So there was a thing that they did for the Matrix, and I don't know if you guys are, I'm a nerd and I'm a movie nerd, I'm into it, but the Matrix had a thing where they put cards on the screen, and then they said select a card, and then they changed it, and they were like, your card's gone, isn't it? But what they actually did was switched all the cards. So people have seen things like that, and that's what you're doing to them, and that's a complete mind freak. If I show you this and you pick the 4 of hearts, and then when I go through them again and I say, are you sure? And I show you all the cards and I go through them and now you don't see a 4 of hearts, you're going to want to see these cards because your mind was so blown that you need to confirm what happened. And then as the magician, you cannot hand them this part of the deck because it's completely dirty. They will absolutely know what you did. So to me, that's a huge negative. One way to correct it is to but basically have a second clean deck in your pocket. So basically you do the trick, you tell them to look through theirs to find it, you name where their card is, and as they're going through it, get rid of this and pull out a clean one. So that will require you, walking around with a bunch of cards, but to me, it's worth it to be able to have it. You go in their pocket, they're picking out the card, they find it, oh, it's the 7th one down, whatever it is, and their mind's blown. By the time they get here, you already have a clean deck in your hand. And now they're going to say, wait a minute, let me see those cards. And you can hand them to them. And they will notice that the card that they selected is not in there, and there's nothing wrong with the card. So that is a tip that I would give you to help make this a little cleaner. And I didn't really like his... it was like an out-of-body kind of thing. So if that works for you, if that's part of what you do, then I say run with it. I'm not really comfortable with that. I'm not like a mysterious guy, right? I'm a vampire. I'm not trying to, go to the deepest, darkest recesses of your mind. Like, that's just not how I work. So if you are that kind of brooding, dark emo magician, that out of body thing really works. But to me, the way that I did it is I just basically said that we have a connection. And then, because as a vampire, once you lock eyes, we have that connection, right? I can control your mind. I can manipulate it. So instead of the out of body experience kind of thing, mine is just like, hey, we have such a great connection that I actually saw into your mind to the card you wanted to pick and I showed it to you, but I did not actually have that card. So phrase it however you're going to want, use your own pattern. Just figure out what's going to work for you. You can use his if you want, or, come up with your own. That's pretty much the only negative, really, other than the arts and crafts thing, because as a magician, you have to do that all the time, right? Almost everything you do, you have to make some kind of gimmick or do that. So that's not a huge deal. Ending super dirty is a huge deal, especially in this. If you end dirty in a thing that doesn't really blow their minds with whatever's in your hand, it doesn't really matter. You can get rid of it at your leisure. But when you blow their mind with these cards, they're going to want to see these cards. And if you say, oh no, I can't show you those cards, then now they know something's up and your cover's kind of blown and you kind of ruin the trick, right? The magic's gone. So use my tip and you should be okay. Is the trick worth it? Yeah, I think it's something cool. It's kind of specific. And by that, I just mean that the deck that you have will basically be for that trick. You could kind of use it I think you may be able to find a way to use it for other tricks, but mostly I would say that it is for that one specific trick. So, it's a good buy. It's a good trick. I mean, when I've done it, I've gotten great results. It's just, the thing is, you're going to blow their mind so much because they know that they saw the 4 of spades in your hand and now they don't see it anymore. You're going to blow their mind so much that they're going to want to see those cards. So make sure if you get this effect that you take my tip, hopefully. Or if you bought this trick, let me know if you had a different way to end clean on it. To me, that was the way that I thought of was, just kind of get them in your pocket and have the other cards ready. So that way, when they bring it up, you just pull out the other cards and say, oh yeah, here, look. And they can look through it and see that it's not there. Either that or you could use some sort of, well, not a flash deck switch. That probably wouldn't work here because it's just a little packet of cards. So yeah, let me know some suggestions that you have or any tips that you used with this trick. And once again, that's been my review of Phantom by Spidey and Theory11. All right, see ya. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right, see ya.